I'm gonna get ya! Come here.
Sleep, my insipid angel. Crash! Crash! Where are you, big brother? There's something weird going on in the bay! Come see!
Well, hello there everybody, DingoCrash here, and today we're starting a new wonderful Let's Play after the most disappointing video game of all time, Wrath of Cortex, and I'm here joined by...
Hey guys, Stan Scooby, Crash Fan 904 here.
And yeah, this is gonna be just like Wrath of Cortex. This is gonna be 100% Let's Play. Now I'm gonna teach you guys, well, it's just the beginning of the game. I'm gonna teach you guys a trick to skip some time in order to get this gem out of the way. This is a very much funner way instead of trying to get the chickens in that fucking thing. What the fuck? It's like it won't jump. Either way, I think I think that it was rather refreshing to 1 second. Back. Okay. I think that it was rather refreshing to actually do a Let's Play of this game in compared to Wrath of Cortex, because, well, in the first place, they have tried to do something different whenever it came to Twinsanity in compared to Wrath of Cortex. It was actually trying to be something very good. And if you actually played the beta version of the demo of Twinsanity?
No, but I've seen I've seen gameplay videos of the some sort of E3 where he had a punch, I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen videos.
Crash had a punch, and well, Aku's mechanics. What the fuck was that? It's like standing on its head, not even jumping. Crash was supposed to have a lot of unique things that was kind of in early stages for the mutant era, because you could kind of tell that they were trying to go for something related to the mutant era of Crash. Obviously there was going to be punching, which was taken out in the final stages of the game, and there was a whole lot of other interesting things that were taken out of the way. If there's something that I did not want to have in this game, is a fuck.
Wow. It's a floppy fish.
If there is something, I really want to avoid that Aku mask, but no, actually I'm gonna...
It is I, Aku. My duty is to
It is I, Aku, the most annoying asshole in this game. Well, just for this thing, because you can't even skip it. Yeah, N.Sanity is, I'd say it's up there with my favorites. Now, I know it's a glitchy mess and whatnot, and it does feel, well, it is kind of incomplete in the sense of some
Everything.
development aspects. Yeah.
Except for the music, that is.
Yeah, of course, the music is great. I mean, yeah, the game is something new, yet familiar enough for it to feel like a Crash game. I think that's why a lot of people like it too.
Yeah.
As opposed to people hating on the mutant era because, you know, it was a complete redesign of everything and whatnot. So it was a little harder for some people to have an open mind towards that. But, you know, it is what it is. And N.Sanity, for what it is, it's great and all. But I do wish that some things were kept. I do wish that they could have possibly delayed it to further benefit the game, the end product. Because, I mean, this game came out in 2004, and if I'm correct, 2004 we got 2 Crash games. We got a shitty one, and we got this one. And the other shitty one came out earlier in the year was Crash Purple.
What the fuck?
Which is a... Wow, Cortex...
Cortex is
certainly...
What the fuck? What the hell? The graphics are fucked up. I don't fucking care either way. This game is glitchy either way. So I don't really fucking care. It's already glitched.
You gotta ask. You gotta ask somebody for a Japanese ISO. Only he can help you with that.
Yeah, Castona Pro 3. No, I'm just kidding. But either way, if there is something that I'm really glad about is that the time trials are taken out. And also, here's Crash's house right here. Isn't it the house that you actually see in Crash Bandicoot 3, even though it looks a little bit different?
Yeah, it's also the... Well, it briefly comes out in the huge adventure. But, yeah, that's his house.
Come on, follow me, Crash! Stay close and do what I
It looks like half of his genes are just split.
It actually does. It looks fucking creepy. But I'm actually also glad that I managed to get this working on an emulator. God, it gets green. Or yellow, I don't know what the hell's going on. Now, I'm not too sure how am I gonna separate this Let's Play, since, well, whoa, what the fuck? Crash Twinsanity's, way of gameplay is very weird, if you're asking me. Why am I going after the boxes? Boxes are so unnecessary in this game.
Yeah, you don't get a fucking gem, man. Gems are just scattered everywhere.
It's easy! All too easy.
Yeah, I mean, this game was a good change of pace. I mean, when I was younger, it felt long, but it honestly is short. Just wish it was a little longer.
Do you know how you skip all of this part? Let me
No,
show you
please
something.
teach me.
I want to show you guys something very amazing. One of the tricks that I've learned from this game, which is jump on that fucking tree, jump on that fucking other tree. Three? What?
3. Jump on the other 3.
And there you go. You done it.
Wow, man, this game is great. It's so glitchy.
Well, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to do it in the fastest way possible. Even though you kind of want to keep on. You don't want to rush with this game because, well, there's a lot of more interesting things to see about this game and a lot of interesting things to learn about. But there was just so many things, so many questions that kept us, you know, that were kept in our mind whenever it came to this game. And as I said, if there's something that I really enjoyed, that I really liked, is to that they took out the what is it called? The time trials. What the fuck?
Yeah, the relics. Well, I mean, like you said, coming from Wrath of Cortex, this game's like a flawless masterpiece. I mean, Wrath of Cortex is quintessentially a warped clone, and it's fucking annoying.
Well,
Like a
I to be honest with you, I got sick and tired of the classic era of Crash after Wrath of Cortex. Wrath of Cortex met this made this franchise really tiring and really boring to me. Of course, my all-time favorite has to be Crash Bandicoot 2, and even then, there was no time trials. There was just fucking bitch.
Yes, there was just fucking bitch.
There was.
Why didn't you do it the way you were supposed to, Dick?
There you go. All these fucking pointless boxes up there. Like, you don't need them. Like, what disappointed me the most is that there was not all too many collectibles. Collecting gems was way too easy, and you just admit it. It was just way too easy for the game.
Yeah, it really was. I mean,
And when you're playing a platformer, what you're looking forward to is, well, mostly the collectibles. It's things that it's a must-have in a video game. It's like you want to have a hard time with the game.
a challenge.
Yeah, you want the game to be challenging and not that easy.
Yeah,
Woo.
definitely.
I'm okay. The spikes broke my
Wrath
fall.
of Cortex was
And the
Really?
one of the reasons why I liked Minor Mutant and well, Twinsanity, Minor Mutant, and what is it called? Crash of the Titans. Well, I'm gonna talk in a second. Let the
Hey!
little thing
Yeah,
talk.
you! I've been doing this for 10 stinking years. Back and forward, and I'm sick of it. Well, I'm not gonna do it no more.
The poor little thing is going to die.
goodbye, Blast.
What?
You were saying
Well, I forgot what was I saying.
what you liked about Twinsanity and Mind Over Mutant.
It was just different. There was
Gotcha.
in Crash of the Titans and Minor Mutant, there was a whole lot more to do. There was a lot more collectibles. It was a lot more difficult in compared to, well, Twinsanity in earlier games. It was a whole lot more challenging, and they kind of added some twist to the character. And I personally think that that the mutant era was actually right for Crash Bandicoot, because if you look back in the first game, Cortex was creating mutants. Now, just spinning an enemy away is not that fun. And why is he standing like he's about to fall? I think that they were doing the right decision with Crash of Titans and Minor Mutant, because, well, Cortex creates humongous freaking monsters, and you get to control them. You get to use them against other enemies, against other monsters, which is technically kind of retelling of Crash Bandicoot 1 in a way, because, you know, he's creating an army of mutants in order to destroy the world. Or more like to take over the world. But you see, it was, you know, it was something different. It was something rather exciting than something boring or something that is. I think that people just worry about change. Anyways, let's see the cutscene. What the fuck?
Nice to see me, Crash.
Why is he black?
Like the
What?
fleas in your fur, I keep coming back. 3 years I spent alone in the frozen Antarctic wastes. And I missed you. And so I've organized a little gathering, like a birthday party, except the exact opposite. And look, all of your friends are here. You are so very popular. Let's start handing out the presents.
And what disappointed me most about this game is that was that you expected to see a lot more of the. Oh, okay. One second. You expected to see a lot more of the enemies that we've seen from previous games. That's what we literally thought. That it was going to have a lot more of these
This is from
enemies that we've seen before,
Ripperoo, you
and
shouldn't
have a lot more challenge with this game. I also wish that the game was a lot bigger than it is, because this game is kind of open world, but it still feels.
It feels like a wide linear game. Well, it is kind of wide linear.
Yeah, it's. I really wanted to have something a lot more challenging. In one way, this game is disappointing, and in one way, it isn't. It's actually very exciting, and it's as I said, a fresh air from Wrath of Cortex. Wrath of Cortex is a piece of shit. As much as I don't mind the game, it wasn't too bad, but it was not.
It's a weaker entry in the series.
Yeah, it was just terrible. It was just a big disappointment. And especially in Wrath of Cortex, and at least in here you get to fight Dingo Dial, you get to fight other characters, but in Wrath of Cortex,
Just Crunch.
You are magnificent.
no, but I'm so whoa. in other characters, I mean in other levels, you'd see Tiny, you'd see other characters, but they were bullshit characters. All they would do is go left, right, in order to prevent you from walking through. That was the most bullshittiest fucking thing in a video game. Like, why would you have all of these bosses do fuck all? That was a big disappointment.
And even then the crunch boss fights in different elemental forms like still resembled the older boss fights, like the wind element crunch boss fight. That's just Engine from Crash 3.
Yeah, that is. They literally recycled the same boss fights from earlier games, and they kind of did a bad job at it.
Yeah, I mean, at least to N.Sanity, it was a breath of fresh air in terms of boss battles as well. I mean, I get what you mean in terms of the whole characters like that we just saw supposedly for the birthday party. I mean, look at this Ripperoo. I was excited to see this fucker. I hadn't seen him since Crash 2.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. But
I take into consideration like the how rushed the development was and whatnot, and it's like, I mean, I'm not saying that's a good excuse or anything, but yeah, shit happens, and unfortunately, sometimes the quality of the product suffers. Are you gonna stop the part here?
Yeah, in the next part, we're actually gonna start the Cavern Catastrophe. Now, N.Sanity Island is gonna be split in around to three, I think? What the fuck?
Three and three. Alright.
I think it was gonna split into 3 parts. I remember when I was doing this back on CBS 12, I was doing this, just in chunks. Like, I was doing it in chunks. Like, I was not splitting it into levels. But what I'm planning to do here is to actually split it into levels. So, I'm actually very excited to start this Let's Play, and I also want to thank, I was about to say Cool Legend. I want to thank CrashFan994, a very good friend of mine, who I've decided to let him join this Let's Play because he's a person who knows a lot about the game, and I know it would be interesting to have a conversation with him about a lot of things regarding this game. So, either way, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment and or like and subscribe if you haven't, and as I said, don't forget to check out his channel. And in the next part, we're going to see you in Cavern Catastrophe. So, thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye.
Peace out.